Hi, Ray.
Hey Ray, hey guys. Was that weird?
Well, it is now.
You're okay with it?
With my name.
Well, maybe you can be RJ.
So that you're not confused?
Yeah.
You do realise your last name starts with a J too, right?
Yes.
Should I buy this Wonder Woman statue or not?
Let's break it down. It's by Kotobukiya and it's part of their Artifacts line. Based on a Jim Lee art style, she's a 6th scale figure standing roughly 30 centimeters tall. Her costume is a modern twist that also embraces elements of her debut appearance in 1942. The most notable feature of this figure is the large cape flowing all around her. Let's start with what you like about this piece.
Well, I think she looks great. She's a good size and there's a lot of detail in the sculpt.
Yeah.
The creasing of her costume, the flow of her hair, and the waves in the cape. It prevents the piece from looking too flat, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I like that the costume looks a little like armour too. After the awful New 52 Artifacts Plus Wonder Woman statue and the underwhelming Wonder Woman Bishojo statue released last year, this is a welcome sight. The colours are rich and the gold has a nice metallic finish.
The paintwork on this particular piece is solid too.
Yes.
The shading in the cape, the way that it frames her figure, it almost serves as a backdrop and it gives her a real sense of royalty.
Aesthetically, I agree, but it doesn't make sense to me. The cape is huge and it just looks so heavy. Kotobukiya's description of the piece is, Wonder Woman stands ready for battle in a dynamic pose, ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. No. No, not with that cape, and not in that pose. Look, it's not that I can't imagine her unpinning it swiftly and flying into the fray, or that I dislike the pose either. It's just that it doesn't say battle ready. Instead, it's a bit of the opposite. I think it's quite feminine, which I prefer. I also favour the skirt over the leotard, which maintains a sense of modesty, while the split up the side is both a little sexy and seems practical, should she need to kick someone in the face rather than the ankle. Finally, what do you think about the head sculpt?
Thankfully, they didn't ruin her face.
Yes.
It's soft, but it's also strong. The eyes are even and they're well shaped and they're not looking cross-eyed in some sort of strange middle distance glare. It's a strong gaze. She's got a sense of purpose about her. I really like it.
My niggle here is that the crown or tiara is a little on the heavy side, as though it's the reason for her slightly furrowed brow. So what's holding you up? It sounds like you really like this piece.
I do, but my cabinet at home is full.
Right.
So if I take this one home, I have to buy a new cabinet and find a home for it as well. So
Okay.
I just kind of wanted to see if you thought it was worth it.
Bottom line, it is, but I have seen some more dynamic pieces out there, though the sculpts aren't as impressive and the depictions of character, well, they aren't really up to scratch. At the same time, this isn't the iconic Wonder Woman piece, but it is one of the best out there. And I think it's also a really good interpretation of her character. So overall, I'm going to give it a borrow.
I'm going to give it a buy, somewhat
Okay.
predictably. It's not just because I'm a fan, though. Look,
good.
I think this is a really cool depiction of Wonder Woman. I love her costume. I want to make this, so I'm going to need this as a reference.
Yep.
I love the little piecing in her hair, the shading on the cape, and also Wonder Woman's only going to gain in popularity. This isn't just my prediction. It's going to happen. She's
Yep.
got a film coming out in a couple of years.
True.
I think it's a good investment as a collector's piece.
Cool. Oh, we forgot to review the plane.
Well, it's easy to forget.
It's a joke. There is no invisible jet plane.
Isn't there?